Hey everybody. Screw the countdown. Let's just get started. I'm here. You're there. There's no point just sitting here staring at the numbers go to zero. Might as well get rolling. How's everybody doing? Hope you all are doing well. Oh, you know what? Alright, I'm connected to the Twitch chat voice channel in case anybody wants to jump on. Because I did say I was going to do that, and I often forget to connect when I'm streaming, so come on in if you want to say hello or whatever. Just make sure you leave room for me to speak every 10 seconds or so. Yeah, so I see K-Mac, Shaggy Man, Own Galaxy, the Pedmeister. Who else is viewers hidden? I think Osiris is there, maybe. I don't know. The list of users is not completely accurate. Hey, Bit of Life, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so back to Factorissimo. We were working on artillery. So let's keep doing artillery. And, you know, again, I haven't... all right, yeah. So here's where we've gotten. We almost have explosives. All right, yeah. So we need to get the water in there. There we go. Yeah, that extra hour was nice, wasn't it? Hey, L-Jack. Creed of Dragons, good morning. Alright, so what did we say the ingredients are for artillery shells? Alright, I think I'm going to want to redo this. Why am I not making any cliff explosives? There are no grenades. Maybe it's because I'm using all the grenades for the research. No, I have plenty of grenades. What the heck is going on here? Okay, there go the grenades. They're going into the chest. I'm not getting an active request. Okay. Oh. Okay. That's the problem. Alright. Okay. Yeah, see, it's because the inserter has a barrel that it can't get rid of, and so it can't pick up a grenade. I need to use 2 different inserters for this. Let's see. Whoopsie. Whoopsie daisy. I wonder if there's a way that I can choose which side of the belt. I don't think there is. Okay, I'm going to have to use 2 inserters for this. So let's make a little more room here. using those anymore. Okay. And then here we'll do this. Let's pick that up. Yeah, that's a good idea. I could do that. Let's see. Or let's just move this. All right. And then we'll make a couple of filter inserters. Alright, so let's set that one to grenades. This stupid water pipe is really getting in my way. Okay. And then that'll be for the empty barrels. Yeah, we're having spaghetti for breakfast here, folks. There we go. That's better. Alright, now I want to move this. Now that I got this running again. Because for the artillery shells, I need to turn those into explosive cannon shells. Well, okay. Alright, so let's do this. We need explosive cannon shells. I think I might run out of room in here. No, I can build more up there. This will be fine. Okay. So those need explosives. Yeah, do that. Yeah, this one's never going to get any. Alright, and then we need plastic, which we have. And we need steel, which we don't have. Let's see, how much steel do I need? I do have iron in here. I need 90 steel per minute. That's 1.5 a second. Okay. That is a lot of steel. Let's see, what's the cycle time on this? 8 seconds. Yeah, this is going to gobble up steel pretty quick. Yeah, you know, I really don't have the resources for that much, so... Let's just run 4 of these. And then these will make the artillery shells. Okay, I'm not gonna need a gazillion artillery shells like I did in the JD series. Okay. And you can see I'm staggering these inserters just to make sure, because of the red belt, if I have these inserters directly across from one another, like especially here on the first one, this one will never be able to pick up because it'll move away too quickly. So that's why I just leave a 1 tile gap in between those. Okay. So I need to get steel and plastic over there, which means I need to bring steel in somewhere. I guess I could bring it in from the top. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not using any of these top connections. Let's take the second one right there. And I'm already making plastic in here. What is the ratio? That's a good question. Looks like 1 to 1. Oh no, 1 to 4. Those are 8 seconds, and these are 15 seconds. Yeah, so really I only need 2 of these. Oh no. Yeah, 8 to 4. This will be approximately right. This is going to give me 1 every 8 seconds, or 4 every 8 seconds, 1 every 2 seconds. This needs 1 every, a little bit more than 1 every 4 seconds. So this will be mostly, that'll give us mostly what we need. Let's see. That needs 45 explosives per minute. Okay, maybe I can handle more. Well, no, I'm not going to have enough steel. No, let's just do it like this. If it's a little bit slow, that's fine. I don't really care. Okay, so we need to get steel and plastic. What else do these need? Radar. Or you know what, maybe I could make these in the mall. That might be easier. Actually, maybe I can make all of these in the mall. Yeah. Let's just export the explosives. And we'll build the stuff in the mall. I think that'll be easier. Then we can use the bots to move things around. Hey, Osiris. Thanks for the resub. Appreciate that. Good morning. Okay. Yeah, so I don't need to bring steel in. I just need to send explosives out. Let's pick that up. All right. Yeah, and that's gonna have to come out the top. All right, let's check again. How fast is this? Let's look at items per second. All right, 4 per second. Yeah, so, whoa, wrong keys. So half a belt is more than enough. Oh yeah, you know what? Maybe I can export it. I'll export it to the same chest as the cliff explosives. Good idea. I'm only using half a belt there, so... There we go. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I can't filter. Let's see what happens when I hook this up to a wire. Wahaster? PL? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that. But thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Don't believe I've seen your name before. But thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Yeah, so what I want to do here is I want to try to make it so that I get a certain number of each of these into the chest. If I just unlimit the chest and let the stuff go in freely, then eventually it's going to get, you know, eventually it'll get full of one or the other of these things, and then I'll never get the other item. So I need to prevent that from happening. I know what we can do. We can do some trickery with filters and combinators. Let's do that. Oh, you've been watching on YouTube. That's great. Yeah, I mean, lately the YouTube has basically just been another place to see Twitch. So I haven't done any dedicated YouTube videos for a while. I will eventually. Alright, so let's remove that. And then we're going to replace that with a filtered one, which is right there. Okay. Alright, so now I can uncap this, and there's nothing filtered. So I've got 100 cliff explosives. And so what we can do here is we could say if cliff explosives are less than 100, then output cliff explosives. And we'll just output it as a 1. And then I'll copy it here. And in this case, we're going to say regular explosives. Not to be used on cliffs. Okay. And then we connect that to the chest. Okay, and now we can see we're getting an output signal of explosive, but not an output signal of cliff explosive. then we just connect these two outputs together, connect those to the filter, and tell this to set filter mode. Put it in set filter mode. And then it'll allow the regular explosives to flow through until it gets the requested quantity. There we go. All right. Looks like I'm out of burnable stuff down here. I wonder why it's not feeding this stuff in there. I thought you could burn power poles. Maybe you can't do that anymore. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, that stinks. Well, we might as well stop requesting them then. And I guess it's the same with the chests. Yeah, no fuel value. Okay. Well, that's actually good. Alright, now why is this... Oh, okay. Yeah, we always have a request for wood out here. I'm gonna remove... I'm going to remove the open request. Do I really want to do that? Alright. Let me check research here real quick. Is there anything I can do? Everything requires purple science. Okay, so I can't do any research right now. Let's replace this with a storage chest, and we'll set the filter on this to wood, so that only wood can go in there, and that way we don't constantly have this request for wood contaminating our signals. The wood is always going to come from outside, so it should go there. Well, it will go there. It'll only go there. Although I do have this storage chest as well. Do you guys know if it'll prioritize? Yeah, recycle might be better. Should we get the recycle mod? Let's do that. Yeah, you know what? We could always just get rid of this. I mean, who cares if we collect a bunch of wood? Alright, let's get the recycle mod. So we're going to save this. Quit game, mods, install, recycle. Is it recycling machines? Oh yeah. It's this one, right? Recycling machines. Okay. Yeah, and this is... oh, you use reverse factory? Let's check that one. Okay. Well, that has been updated most recently, and it has a lot of downloads. Yeah, so maybe this is a better one to use. Alright, we'll use reverse factory. I was going to say this one for recycle machines, the author Dry411S, I remember I used to use some of his blueprints in some of my old series. I think it was for a refinery. He had like a blueprint book for refineries that was really, really nice. Okay, while we're at it, okay, I don't need to update any of those, so let's go. Reverse factory on the way. Looks like it does the same thing, but maybe is more up to date. I'm getting a little bit of a cold, so excuse me if I cough or talk like I have something stuck in my throat. It's a little congested back there. I'll try to keep clear of the mic if any of that happens. Alrighty. Okay. Is there research involved? Yep. Okay. Reverse factory. Recycle item into constituent ingredients. That's good. Reverse factory 2. Also does that. All right, let's see what's the difference here. Reverse factory 1. Crafting speed of 1. Pollution 4. Reverse factory 2, crafting speed 2, pollution 3. Okay. Number 3, 3 and 2. And number 4, I'm locked behind purple science. All right, so these will get done in about 5 seconds. All right, maybe it'll be more than 5 seconds. Okay, yeah, so we'll use reverse factory, and I guess we could just set up one of the recycle machines in here, and just give it a requester chest with all the stuff that we want to recycle, right? Hey, Lanesta, how are you? Thanks for joining us. Okay, we were gonna do artillery, right? So let's do this in a separate area. I guess we could do it down here in this corner. Okay, so we need 4-to-1 on explosive cannon shells, or no, 2-to-1 basically on explosive cannon shells. All right, so there's 2, 4, 6, 8, and that means we should be able to do 4 explosive cannon shells. Or artillery shells, rather, sorry. And we need to be making radar. So let's set one of these up to make radar. All right, connect this to logistics. A single stack of radar ought to be sufficient. Okay. And output on these. I'm going to set the output on these to... I'll just set these to like 4 each. Because these I don't necessarily want to accumulate. I just want enough. Oh, okay. Yeah, if it's going to be 4 each, then what's 4 times 8? 32. Okay, let's make it 32. And let's press the T button twice to make that annoying flash go away. All right. Okay. So these are waiting on explosives and plastic. So here's some explosives. So how can I get the request? I need requests. I need to pass requests out. I need requests from in here to go outside as well. Alright, so we need some more of those factory connections. Alright, so in this case we're going to have the input there. Huh. Okay. So I need to get... I need the contents of the logistics network, and I need to filter out anything. I just want to see the requests and not the contents. Alright, so let me mess around with something here. Okay. But I'm not seeing any requests for explosives here, am I? Oh, I can use that other mod. Unfulfilled request detector. Okay. Let's change this to 10. No, this is not asking for explosives. Why is that? Oh, because I actually do have explosives at the moment. Okay. So this is saying we need plastic. Now for the plastic, I'm just going to feed it in from the bus. Why did I do this? Well, so I can do chest to chest. Okay. Alright, so let's load in plastic. So now we got plastic. All right, so no unfulfilled requests at the moment. But anyway, we're going to connect those two. Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. It's this one. So here I'm going to use the output. And I want that to go to a requester chest. Let's do a stack inserter. Am I making stack inserters yet? I should be. I'm not making any inserters yet. At least not in here. Okay. Well, we'll fix that. Okay. So this should get any unfulfilled requests in here should get passed outside. So that, like in the case where we're asking for explosives, for example, that request should come outside, and that way if it's available outside, it'll get sent in. Hey J101, how are you? And yeah, Lanesta, you know, the fall time change is really easy for me. Just sleep longer. I don't even really notice it. All right. So we got to start making some inserters over here. All right, so we're going to want yellow. We're going to want blue. And I'll even just insert those directly. And we'll do the reds. It would be nice if I could insert reds directly as well. There, I'll just do that. We'll have this one make reds. And we'll have this one make the stacks. Right, so that kind of gets away from the optimal layout, but at least this way we don't... at least this way we don't have to waste bot capacity on moving yellow inserters around constantly. All right. So we'll set yellow inserters at 100. Okay, I don't have any requests for inserters yet either. So let's plug those in. And I think I'm gonna want 100 of those. Let's just get I'll just have 100 of each. Later on I'll probably want more, but for now I think 100 of each will suffice. And maybe just 50 stack inserters for the moment. Okay. I'm going to remove that so that we just pick them up from here. Okay, it looks like I've already got... Yeah, I already have a lot of them in the network, so that's not going to make any right now. Okay. Alright, that'll keep the bots busy. Okay. Alright, let's finish this thing here. Alright, so... for these guys, let's set that up. And for the output on the artillery shells, I'm not going to put any limitation on them. I'll just let these chests fill up. Because I have a stack size of 1, so each chest will hold 48. That'll give us 200 shells at a time. Alright, and then the artillery turrets we're making up here, so I'm going to grab the one that we have, and we'll start to set this up. Alright, now where shall we place them? I mean, obviously they're going to go along the wall. The question was more in terms of how far apart and so forth. Where is it? Here we go. Alright, well, let's start right here. Maybe I can put them... maybe I can put them like this. Okay. I think that ought to do the trick. Now, for a while, these things are just going to be going nuts, and we'll never have enough ammo, but I'm hoping that it'll eventually catch up. Yeah, and it's going to waste its first set of ammo on killing worms, which I don't care about. Alright, good. Okay, now how many of these? Let's see. That covers a pretty large area. Let's put another one. Let's put another one down here on the end. And we'll put one right here, let's say. And maybe another one here. Put one there. We'll put one directly across. We'll put one here. And we'll put another one down there. Okay. I think that should be good for now. Okay. Do I ever get annoyed with the bot noises? Yes, I do. Cowboy FL29. Hey, PC Rob, thanks for the sub. Appreciate that, sir. Or madam. I'm assuming you're a sir. Based on Rob, if I'm incorrect, feel free to let me know. Now let's watch the good times as we get lots of visitors. And the wall easily handles it. For anybody who hasn't seen this wall design before, it's awesome. It works really, really well. And it uses very few turrets. 3 flames and 2 lasers. And that's it. And it'll handle behemoth biters. Although I am kind of surprised that they're attacking my walls. You know, having this little tunnel here is supposed to make them not want to do that. But anyway, if we have a few repairs here and there, it's not a big deal. Although I do tend to lose a lot of construction bots because of the flames. How do I see kills? Statistics. Panels. Oh, you know what? It's in the production panel, I think. Kills. There we go. Oh, okay. Why is it showing no losses? Oh, that's just in the last 5 seconds. Okay. All-time losses. Yeah, 165 bots so far. It's, you know, it's not like the Maze of Misery, so it's not too bad. Oh, you know what, Jay? You might be right. Maybe it's because they want to go after the artillery. And there's no path to the artillery. So they try to eat through the walls. That seems like a plausible theory. Okay, so it looks like it's not going to take long before this area gets cleared. All right, yeah, we just have to wait for... We just need to wait for more shells and guns to get made. What in God's name is going on with these filter inserters? Somewhere there's a box that's requesting 1.5K filter inserters. It's not me, is it? No. Is there a blueprint somewhere? I'm confused. I don't know where that request is coming from. Is there something in here that's asking for filter inserters? And lots of them? I don't have sounds enabled on Discord. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, it's because I'm in streamer mode. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Should be good now. Yeah, it's because it automatically goes to streamer mode when I start Streamlabs. So I disabled that. Can you try again? All right. So, hey, K-Mac. See black. And I still can't hear anything. Yeah, and I think I know the problem. I think it's looking for my other audio device. Give me a minute. I just have to find the audio settings. Voice and video. Okay, how about now? Say something.
Can you hear us?
There we go. How you doing, K-Mac?
Check, check. Test,
Yep.
test.
I can hear you.
There you go. I heard that. Good, you?
Doing well, doing well. Yeah, I just have to figure out who's asking for all these filter inserters. Or stack inserters, I should say. Okay, well now it disappeared. Whatever it was. Alright, that's rather odd. Who knows? But it seems to be fixed now. Okay, so now we're just... Yeah, see... What the... I think I might be looping my signals somehow. Right? 6.1K? I think I have a loop. Yeah. Let's see. So unfulfilled request comes in. But this is saying that there is an unfulfilled... Oh, yeah, it is looping. Because unfulfilled requests from outside go here into this requester chest. This one picks up the requester chest, sends the signal back out, which gets added onto it. Yeah, so I've got a signal loop here. So what I need to do is I need to filter this so that the requests don't stack on top of one another. That is going to be a little tricky. Yeah, no, it's because I have a signal loop. That's what it is. Alright, so let's... If I put unfulfilled requests, what can I do? I could probably do something with combinators to make it so that it doesn't loop. Yeah, I think I have an idea. right. Am I making combinators in here? No. All right. Let's make some combinators. Whoops. Okay. And let's set this up so that I always have a stack of those. So it's come in real handy. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Will that reach? No. Okay, so now I can see the request for 34 artillery shells coming from outside. I just multiply... Is it going to cancel? No, now it's going to cancel it out. Oh, okay. No, this is... Yeah, this is fine. Connect that. No, let's use green wire. Okay. Right, so it's 35 there, minus 35 there. So now, whatever is being requested to come in should get filtered out or canceled out on the request going out, and that should prevent the loop. Some big brain Factorio stuff. Not really.
Sorcery.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like... it's a lot like... Sometimes doing this stuff is a lot like coding, you know? Now, why do I have iron plate coming in? That's interesting. Well, it's not going to get any iron plate anyway. I think it's just because the iron plate's not coming in as fast as I'm using it. But that's fine. Okay, so that should prevent the infinite loop from occurring. Yeah, and I don't think I need any more Logibots out here. All right. How we looking? All right, so it looks like we got our artillery all set up. We're still pending ammunition in a few places. But that seems to be chugging along just fine. Yeah, okay. So I think we're good there. I think we can take artillery off the list. And I promoted cracking to the top item on our list. So let's get to work on that. Now, I do not have enough room in here to do cracking as well as the refining. I'm going to convert all these now to advanced oil processing. Okay, which means that it's all going to stop in a minute because my heavy oil is totally backed up. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put another building down here. Oh, that's a Mark 1. I want a Mark 2. Do I have stone brick going into the mall? Not yet. Alright, let's get stone brick into the mall so I can make some of these factory buildings. Because I want another one of these Mark 2s. That's the stone brick. Which I think I'm still... Yeah, I'm still making with stone furnaces. Well, that's okay. I think I got enough to consume 2 yellow belts. Yeah, that's enough to consume 2 yellow belts. So I'll just leave it as stone furnaces for now. And then the brick comes out there. Okay. Let's see. Let's get rid of that solid fuel. You know what? Except for 1 block. That way, if I need to use my car, I'll have a little bit of fuel on me. Alright, so let's get stone brick fed into the mall. Okay. What else do we need for those? Steel, electric poles. Okay, we're all set. Now, since these things take such a huge quantity of ingredients, I think I want to move it close to the source of those ingredients. So I'll put it in between where the brick, let's see, what does it use the most of? Stone brick. Yeah, so we'll put it right here. Actually, let's do this even. Let's use stack inserters. Alright, so this is going to ask for 1,000 stone brick. So let's wire this up. So that'll only turn on. You know what? I think that's not really necessary, to be honest. I think the bots are going to be able to move it a lot faster than a stack inserter will anyway. So we'll just do it like that. Okay, so Mark II factory building. I don't know. We'll just make like 5, I guess. I don't think we'll need more than that. And I'll put in a request for 1. Because I can't see myself needing more than 1 at a time. And while we're doing that, we might as well set up the 3s as well. Now this needs 5,000 concrete, 2,000 steel. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But that's the way it is. What? Oh, okay. They destroyed a wall? What the heck is going on out there? I guess we finally got some artillery ammo over on this side. Since I set up this wall, that's the first time anything has been destroyed.
Hey, you woke them up now.
Yeah. Welcome to the stream, biters. Okay. Yeah, I think this will settle down once I have a steady supply of artillery shells. You know, once they get it cleared, then I won't be consuming nearly as many. And things will calm down a bit. Alright, but I think we're fine out there. Okay. See, now we're seeing this on the output signals because this is the player request detector. And I have this here so that if I'm outside of the building, whatever I have requested here will get brought out from the mall to the outside so that it can be delivered to me. If I go inside, then that'll disappear because now the request is in here instead of out there. Okay, now I have to get concrete brought in here as well. Oh no, I have that already. Okay. And what was this? That was plastic. Plastic has stopped. Okay. Yeah, so I just need to get my building. As soon as I have my building, we can start. And this thing is just... I don't have electric poles? I thought I was... Why is it not delivering electric poles? Oh, there we go. It's just because it's... Yeah, it's just because it's busy loading in stone. Once that hits 2,000, it should start loading the poles. There we go. Okay, so we'll have ourselves a building here pretty soon. Alright, let's set this. These are level 3s. And that should be a stack inserter as well. With a single stack inserter, it's going to take forever. But that's okay. I'm not going to be using buildings on a frequent basis. And I'm not going to put the Mark 1s in here because the Mark 1s I already have being made on the outside. Yeah, Pedmeister, we do have a link to the blueprint. Give me a second and I'll find it. Here it is. That's to the YouTube video where I saw it, and there's links to the blueprints, to the blueprint strings on there. But the video will also show how it does with behemoth biters, so you can see how well it works. Okay. Did I get my building? I think I did. Alright, let's make some mini-loaders. Okay, and I'll put that request in too. All right. Looks like everything is coming along swimmingly. Okay, so yeah, somebody said you have recursion, put another building in here. Let's see if it'll fit. It won't fit. And I think the building 1 is going to be too small. Let's check.
You're going to move all that stuff later on anyway.
Why not? Yeah. I'd rather put it outside. I mean, I might be able to make it work in here, but I'd rather just have it as a separate building for now. When we rebuild it later, obviously it'll all be inside. Yeah. Okay. So what do we want to call this? Is there a symbol for cracking? Not really. It'd be cool if you could put recipe signals on this. Well, you know what? I'll just put petroleum gas because that's essentially what this is going to be making from the oils, right? Okay. Okay. So, as far as cracking is concerned, who remembers the ratios? I don't. Let's pull up the old Factorio cheat sheet.
I'm checking cheat sheet right now. I think it's 2217.5.
That's... Yeah, you're right. 22 or 20 refineries.
Oh,
5.
2017.5.
Yeah, 2017.5. And how many have I got? I have 14. Alright, so let's do a little math here. So 14 divided by 20 is 0.7. 0.7 times 5. So I need 4 on heavy. And 0.7 times 14. No, 0.7 times 17. So I need 4 and 12. 4 heavy and 12 light. Maybe I can fit it. That's actually not a lot. Yeah, I think we can do it in a Mark 1 building. Let's do that. Okay. All right, so first of all, let's get the inputs taken care of. Now this is going out to... And actually, let me check. I don't need heavy oil for anything outside of the building, right? Yeah, I don't. So we can remove that altogether. There's no reason to send heavy oil outside. Light oil, we do want to go outside to make solid fuel when needed. Okay, but the heavy oil we can just keep in here. And so we need an input pipe there. and an output pipe there. Okay, so there's the heavy, and then yeah, and this way it'll always go to lubricant production first, and then the rest will go to be cracked. Now for the light oil, I think I want to prioritize the light oil so that I get my petroleum taken care of first, and then the excess can go to make fuel. Okay, so now what I don't know is, I don't know if this is sending only the tank contents or the system contents. I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll just measure it off of one tank. So if this tank gets up to, let's say 20,000. No, 20,000? We don't really need that much. If light oil is greater than, let's say 5,000, then we can send it to make fuel. If it's less than 5,000, then we'll use it exclusively for... Oh, wait a minute, that's not going to work, because I need the input pipe. And the input pipe has to be fed from the front. Nope. Okay, I'm not going to be able to feed it there. I'll have to feed it from the front. Okay. And then we need water.
Duplex, even at the 0.7 ratio, the numbers looking like you're still going to need another dedicated line of water.
Oh, okay. All right. Good to know. All right, so let's bring... Let's see, we need an output here. All right, so we'll use that for water. All right, so let's go hook up some water to this. Let's see. Okay, offshore pump. There we go. Okay. And then we will have an output of petroleum, which we can send into this line here. Although I would rather have it go into the tanks. Because if I connect it here, then it's only going to go to the output and it'll never go in the tanks. Okay. All right. So output. Input. Okay, I think we're all set. And I think I have enough chemical plants. Okay, so it was 4 and 12, right? Hey, Nocturus, does 2plex refer to EVE Online Plex? Yeah, it stands for 2000 plex. So please send me 2000 plex in EVE Online. I'd really appreciate it. No, it doesn't. It was a name that was invented by my brother, actually, a long time ago when we were playing Diablo 2. And he made an axe-wielding barbarian who was named 2plex the Oppressor. And I liked the name, so I stole it from him. I took off the oppressor part because that sounds kind of... Well, anyway, that's where 2plex came from. But then actually I later found out there's actually a product called 2plex. It's some kind of flooring... some kind of flooring product. I don't know where it came from. I should have registered the name when I thought of it, but, you know, back then I had no idea that it would ever become public. But I've used that name in pretty much every online game I've played since then. All right, so let's start with the heavy oil cracking. Pretty simple. We crack from heavy to light oil. And, oh, okay. Here. I really got to start being smarter about these things. Put that right there. Two, three, four. Oh, okay. I can connect the water from the top, actually. All right. then let's see. And then we do light to petroleum. Okay, and we need 12 of these. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I want to flip it. Oh, that's a drag. You can't flip it. Okay, we'll just do it like that. Alright, so we'll have a few extra here. That's okay. Just need to get the water plugged in here on this side. I am so glad that they give you the ability to clean pipes now. As easily as that. You kids might not remember, but in the old days, if you mixed...
a big hassle.
Yeah, if you mixed fluids, you had to pick up all the pipes and put them down again. That was the only way to clean them out. Or use pumps. Yeah. Or just quit the game and start a new base. The nuclear option. Okay. So, last step. Petroleum out. Alright, and then we can remove that. We'll just clean up extra pipes that we don't need, if any. Yeah. I think we're all set. Okay. So, yeah. So that should allow the refineries now to run pretty much non-stop. Actually, let's do this. Let's turn on cracking when light oil gets to 5,000, and we'll turn on solid fuel when light oil gets to 10,000. And that way it'll let us clear out the heavy oil. Reason I say that is because if the pipe in from here is full of light oil, then there's going to be less room for the heavy oil cracking to get done. So if I do it this way, then it'll do a better job of getting rid of the heavy oil as a priority, and then the light oil. I don't know if that makes sense. I think it'll work better that way. Right, because I want this to use all the output of these machines before it uses oil that's in the tank, in other words. So, and I think it'll work out this way. All right. I need to get a new mic. First of all, I need a new desk. Actually, maybe some of you guys can help me with this. Let me show you something. Hope you don't mind the... Ooh. The mic I want is on sale. Okay. I want to get this microphone, which is a definite upgrade over the one that I have. That is pretty much the gold standard for broadcasting voices. The Shure SM7B. And I would like to have it with a boom stand. Okay, which would be something like this. Maybe not that one exactly, but something along those lines. The problem I have with the stand, though, is that I have a desk that is about that thick. And it's that thick from the front all the way to the back and on all the sides. And then there's molding all around the edge, underneath the edge of the desk. So there's no place to clamp a stand onto the edge of the desk, which is how most of those boom stands are set up. So the only way I can make that boom stand work would be to essentially to drill a hole in my desk or get a new desk. It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense to get a new desk just so I can clamp a microphone onto it. But I also don't want to drill a hole. So right now what I'm doing is I have... Here, let me show you. So my microphone is on this desktop. Well, it's not really a desktop stand. It's actually a bass drum microphone stand that I place on my desktop. And I have a folded up towel underneath it so that when I type, the vibrations don't come into the mic. Otherwise, you'd be hearing this all the time. And it works pretty well. Maybe that mic would work with this stand. I would have to check and see. I'd have to check and see how much it weighs compared with what I got here with this one. And if it doesn't weigh too much more, then maybe I can make that work. Anyway, sorry to get off topic, but that's what I'm shooting for.
Stability's an issue. You see if you've got a shock mount for that, one of the spider style.
Yeah. Yeah, a shock mount would work too. Yeah, you know what, Zinc 5, those are not bad ideas either. Actually, I used to have a floor
That way
stand.
it'd sit on the desk more stable.
Yeah, I used to use a floor stand, but I just got tired of having the stand sitting next to me all the time. So the nice thing about this thing is when I don't need the mic, I can just push it out of the way, put it on the side of my desk, and it doesn't get in the way of anything. So this one is, it's a Sennheiser E935. And this is a pretty good microphone, actually. There's nothing wrong with it. It is a vocal microphone, but with this one, you really have to be up close to it more so than you would with the other one. Although the other one you do need to get kind of close, especially if you want the low end to come through. But the other one, like I said, is more of a industry standard, and it has a built-in pop filter, so I wouldn't need to use this thing. And looking at the price of this one, when I bought this one, it was a lot less expensive. Looks like they're going for $200 now. I think I got it for 130 when I first did it. Okay, well, I think we're good here. Yeah, look at this. Full tanks of petroleum. We still have full tanks of heavy oil, but it's 24, not 25, so it's not going to get in the way.
Like your plastic production.
Yeah, plastic production. Well, it looks like it stopped because my research has come to an end. But I think we're in good shape now with the oil. So we can take cracking off the list. Let's set up those recyclers, since we haven't done that yet. We'll do the reverse factory 3. I need some stone brick. I know where I can get some. I'm not sure how many of these I really need. I'll just start with one and we'll see how that goes. Okay. And I'll put it right here so it's close to the storage. And the output, I think we'll want to go to an active provider so that it gets, so that the ingredients just go into storage. It doesn't look like you need to set recipes or anything on this. All right, so let's see what we want to throw in there. So small electric poles and wooden chests, we know that. Yeah, look at that. We get copper wire and wood. All right, so whatever I don't want to keep around, I can just put a request in for it, and
What are you gonna do with all the wood now?
it'll get trashed. And then the wood will get sent. We can change this back to a requester chest. Do I want it to be a requester chest? No, here, let's do this. If I put a logistic chest with a buffer on it, then that should prioritize, right? So if I put this for, if I set this for wood.
Of storage, yeah.
And then I empty this. Yeah. It should by priority go there first before it goes there. And then I can just put a, I'll just put a provider chest right there. And set that to output mode. So all the wood will come out here. Let's see. Yeah, and then I'll just run it with a belt. I need one of these guys. Why don't I have those? I should have some. Oh, okay. I have to make yellow mini loaders too. I guess that makes sense. I'll just keep 5 at a time. Oh, you know what? Actually, where'd my mouse go? I can't see my... With all these bots flying around, sometimes I can't see my mouse. There, I'll just do this. Because we don't need to store those. I only need them to feed into these. Okay, there we go. I don't think I can span both of those. No, I can't. Okay. So that'll use up all the wood. Let's do iron chests. Yeah, but here again, I don't necessarily want these signals going outside. I guess it doesn't... Yeah. Let's change that to a buffer chest instead. That won't make any difference, will it? No, it won't. Okay. Well, anyway, I guess... I don't want this... I don't like these things to be cluttered with... Oh, now I'm getting my endless loop again. Why is that happening? Is this not working? We got the requests from the outside. Which is being read by this. So there's a request inside. All right. This is a bit of a problem. I'm still getting some signal loops here. And I'm not sure why. Right? Like it's requesting concrete out here. Why would it be requesting concrete? Oh, okay. Because this can't hold enough. Okay.
Separate those ingredients.
Yeah, or I can just make them less. You know, I mean, I don't necessarily have to request 10 times whatever the production rate is. We can just feed it in little by little. That way it won't fill up. Because once it fills, then we can't get enough substations in there. Okay, I'm going to have to empty out some of the concrete. That way we have enough room to get the steel in. Okay. And we could do a little paving. That'll give the construction bots something to do. Ah. There we go. Jeez, sorry about that. Hope I didn't make anybody seasick. Okay, but as for the signal loop, I don't know what's going on with that. Right, we still have a huge request for concrete for some reason. Yeah, and it's just because I got a problem here. Alright, so let me just clear that for now. Okay, now what was this for again? Oh, this was to get stuff that we need in here that is stored outside, inside. Alright, so maybe there's Yeah, I think I'm just gonna... Let's just quit that. That's not working well. This thing is full. Okay. Give me the concrete. Okay, and I'll just clear these requests, and we'll just run this. We'll just use this on an ad hoc basis. When I have a bunch of stuff I want to recycle, we'll toss it in there, like all this, for example. Okay, and then I'm going to think of some other way to get stuff that's outside to the inside. I still need more artillery shells. So artillery shells seem to have come to a halt. Oh, and that's probably because there's no explosives. Yeah. Alright, so these guys need explosives. I guess I should just feed them in with a belt, just like I do with everything else, right? Okay. Okay. 2 ingredients, though, means I should put some kind of a limit on this as well. Alright, so how do we do that? I think the problem is just when I have more than one thing on a belt. Feeding it through a chest is not very useful. Yeah. Good idea. Alright, let's see. I need the filter version. Alright, and then I had 2 deciders. Okay, and so one was for explosives. If it's less than 100, set explosives. And this one is cliff explosives, which is under logistics. okay. That was right. Set filters. Okay. And actually, the cliff explosives we could actually just leave stored outside because we're never going to need those inside. But yeah, thanks. Good idea, Dunlack. Appreciate that. Okay, and here, I'll just put those in there. Okay. All right, so the next thing we need to do is uranium. All right, so let's start making some mining drills. Whoops. We're going to want a lot of those. I'll save some room for blue logistics. And we'll make, I don't know, 250 mining drills at a time, I think would be fine. Not too many. And then we're going to need train stuff. Alright, so, and I think we'll do the train stuff up here. Just because it's close to ingredients coming in. Now, one thing I am going to need to do is I'm going to need to get stone in here. Well, let me check. Is it still... Yeah, I still do need stone for rails. Alright, so let's... I don't know if I have stone on the main bus here. I don't think I do. Now, one thing I could do is I could just recycle stone brick into stone, since I have stone brick. And that actually, let's see, because the stone brick takes 2 stone, that actually gives me twice the throughput. Why not? Of course, that is a net negative because I'm using fuel to do that. So, yeah, maybe that's not a good idea. All right, so I need to get stone in here for rails. But it's not like I'm going to be doing a ton of it. Yeah, so let's do that. I kind of like that idea. Speaking of which, I need more stone brick. All right. Whoa. Something's getting damaged. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. I guess we got some ammo down here. Yeah, there's still some stuff out there that needs to be shot. You know, the other thing I could do is I could throw some landmines out there in front. Let's see what it takes to make landmines. I've never really used those that extensively. Where are they? Steel and explosives. Let's test it. Let's craft a few handfuls of it. Looks like we have a possible attack. Oh no. Let's see. Alright, well let's go down where the action is. It seems like that's where it's gonna take place. So let's see what the landmines do. I'm thinking if I put a few landmines out, once you put it down, when they get exploded, it leaves behind a ghost of a landmine. So if you continually make landmines, your bots will place new ones when they explode. So you only have to set them up one time, as far as I know. Alright, so let's see what would happen if we did something like that. Actually, probably, yeah, let's just see what happens. Hopefully we'll get another attack here soon. I think we will, since the artillery's going. Excuse me. Come on, fellas. Nothing to see here. Oh, I screwed it up. Alright, let me get out of the way. Alright. That's pretty cool. Right, and like I said, it leaves behind a ghost. Although my bots do have to fly through fire to get to it. Okay, yeah, so I think you'd want to put it... You'd want to put it like here. That should have a bigger impact, since they all funnel to one side or the other. That is a lot more expensive, though. I think I'll skip it. Wait for all my bots to return here. Yeah, I mean, I think it would work, but if every one of those is going to take 2 explosives and 1 steel plate, then that's going to be a lot of explosives and steel plate being consumed, and I don't think I want to do that. Alright, so we'll pass on that for this one. I'd rather use the explosives to make artillery shells. Okay. So let's do a decider here. Can I connect this? I think it would be nice if you could connect these to the logistic network on your inputs at least. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. We'll read contents. And we'll say if stone is... Actually, let me use an arithmetic combinator instead. Alright, so I'm going to take stone. Basically, I want this thing to request stone brick if I run out of stone. Okay, no, I think I do want a decider. Okay, so if stone is, let's say if stone is less than 100, then output stone brick. And I'm going to want to multiply it. I'll multiply it by 100. Okay, so let's see what happens. Alright, let's see what happens again. Hang on. I need to get all the stone brick out. Okay, so now it's requesting stone brick. And nothing is happening. Right, because it's got... So there's no stone in inventory. So it's sending a stone brick signal out. Multiplies it by 100, so we get a request for 100 stone brick. Why is that not working? Maybe you can't turn stone brick into stone. Since stone brick is like a state transformation, it's not an assembly. I bet it's probably the same for plates, isn't it? If I put a plate, I'm not going to get ore out, right? Okay. Can't do it with plates. Can't do it with that. What happened to my gears? Okay. Yeah, I won't pick up a plate. It won't pick up a gear. It's not picking up anything. What's going on? Oh, okay. Alright, so I guess we're limited on which items it can and cannot recycle. Alright, so I'm not going to be able to do this dumb trick with the stone brick. Stone brick. That's fine. Alright, you can have your stone back. All right. Well, I guess that's fine. So we'll have to bring stone in so that we can start making rails and train stuff. And then we're going to have to get over here to start extracting uranium. All right. Let's see.
You started making sulfuric acid? Yeah,
yeah,
see it.
yeah, making acid. Yep. Zet Kojima? Zet Klima? I don't know how to pronounce your name. It is kind of a sandbox. Yeah, I mean it is. You can do whatever you want in the game. You can build. I mean, primarily you're building a factory. So it's not like Minecraft where you can, build houses and castles and stuff without any purpose, besides aesthetics or whatever. So the objective, the official objective of the game is to research all the technologies that you need in order to launch a satellite into space so that you can get rescued off the planet. That's kind of how the story of the game is. But most, well, not most players, but a lot of players will go far beyond a single rocket. Like they'll launch a rocket and they're just kind of getting started, and they'll continue to build really huge factories. But it is something of a sandbox game in that you can build whatever you want. If you just wanted to make a huge planet that made nothing but iron plates, you can do that. And you can kind of set your own goals, right? Yeah, not sure what you said. It's a bot. That's not a person. So it didn't like something that you typed, whatever it was. Yeah, it could have been a misspelling or something. Don't take it personally. It's automated. Okay. So how are we doing on stone? I definitely have room for more stone mining. So why don't we go ahead and grab more mining drills, and we'll just set up some additional mining to feed stone. Raw stone onto the bus and bring it into the mall here. All right, so we'll get about 100 mining drills. That should do it for us. And we'll just fill a red belt, which with no mining productivity would be 60 mining drills. I've got 20%. So 60 divided by 1.2, 50. So we need 50 mining drills to fill a red belt at this stage in the game. Oh yeah, don't want to forget that. Stone on the ground. Oh, let's not run on belts. Don't I have belt immunity? I think it's time for belt immunity equipment. There we go. And then, in addition to that, I'll make 3 little solar panels. Why? Because for some reason, belt immunity equipment is one of the only items that go in the slots that only takes a single square, and I don't like having 3 squares sitting there, so I'll just put 3 solar panels in to fill them out. Alright, so let's see if we can get 50 mining drills to fit over here. That's 11. Oh, you know what? I don't want those. I don't want to deal with stuff getting mixed. Yeah, that's fine. We'll put that one there. And we'll put this one there. And you can go away. That belt's just not going to be perfectly balanced. Oh well. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll send the belt down and then come back around the other side. Pardon me. Okay, and then we can put some more over here. Yeah, and there's one little pesky little bit of copper there. Alright, so this is not going to be quite a full belt, I guess. But that's okay. Let's balance this one. There we go. And then I can bring it up. Oh, and I do have some more space there for a few more drills too. Yeah, so we'll bring it up here. There's a couple more. And there's a few more. All right. It's a little congested over here. All right. Yeah, so let's just bring it over here. Let's not go through the iron patch. And we'll just ghost it and let the bots do the work. There we go. Kitsune, you must just be a potty mouth, man. All that foul language. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry about that. I think sometimes sometimes the moderation bot is a little heavy-handed. Yeah, so like I said, please please don't take offense. It's just the way it is. And it makes things a lot easier for the moderators. So they don't have to police everything that pops up in chat. Oh, okay. Okay. All right, so it wasn't the bot. It was user error. Oh, you know what? I should have gone north. No, that's okay. I'll feed it. I'll feed it from the left side. We'll just run it over here without a care in the world. All right. What's the longest I can go with a red belt? All right. I guess I'm going to start there. Okay, and then I want to copy this kind of a dealio. There. That should take care of it. But it did not take care of it. Apparently, some of these belts are in the wrong direction. Okay, that should take care of it. Still have red belts coming out. I think that's just, I think the bots are just behind on requests. Oh no, those are going in. What? Is this going the wrong direction? This is going the wrong direction. No, it's not. Yeah, the requests go here. Okay. No, it's fine. I don't know why we got so many belts come out. Alright. Maybe it's because I put down some of the belts myself or something. Yeah, I don't know. This is not a perfect system, but it works somewhat good enough. Okay, this should be... Oh, I never put... Oh, son of a gun. I never put a limit on this. Whoops. Okay. 1,000 red belts should be fine. And we'll do, let's say, 400 of those underground belts. And 400 of those splitters. Okay. Well, that's been chewing up a lot of resources. Yeah, good. And now stone is coming in. Oops. Let's just change that to input mode. Alright. And now we can start making rail. Now I was going to make the rail up here, but... Sorry, my back is bugging me again. Alright, I'm making iron sticks. Alright, we'll do the rail here, I guess. And how much rail do I want to make at a time? We're not going to need... Well, maybe we are going to need a lot of it. Should I just let the chest fill up? I might as well. We'll just fill up the chest. That'll be 4,800 pieces of rail. Okay, and then we're going to want... we're going to want rail signals of both varieties. And we're going to want locomotives and cargo wagons and fluid wagons. And we're going to want train stops. And what else? Should we do artillery wagons? I think we'll probably... Yeah. Well, let me think. So for the mines... Yeah, let's do I think it'll be simpler if we just do artillery wagons. Rather than having static... Well, there's two ways we could do it. One, we could set up every mine with static artillery. Or we could just set up the supply train with... Yeah, I think it'll be better just to put a couple of artillery wagons on the supply train, and then as the supply train makes its rounds to feed all the all the mining outposts with you know, with bots and repair packs and fuel for the flamethrowers and stuff. Every time it goes back and stops, then it'll just shoot whatever's close by. So we'll do that. Alright. So let's set these up. On signals, I think we'll do like 200 of each. That's usually enough. Where is my cursor? There we go. Sometimes I lose sight of it with all these bots around. Okay, fluid wagons. We'll just do like 8 at a time. Or we'll make it an even 10. We'll do the same with cargo wagons. No, cargo wagons, let's do 20. I'm thinking maybe we'll do big trains in this playthrough. Okay, this needs storage tanks. So we need to make storage tanks. Those stack in 50s, I believe. Okay, now this is going to need engines, which we'll have to start crafting. Alright, so locomotives will do 10. Okay, thanks a lot, K-Mac. Appreciate you being here. See you next time. Alright, and then train signals, that's easy. And really we don't need a lot of train signals, we'll just do 10. Usually don't need too many of those all at once. Okay, and then for this... Okay. Oops. And we'll just do 2 of these. In fact, we'll probably just do 2 of these and then stop, because I can't see that I'm going to need a whole lot of those. Although at some point we might just want to make an artillery train that's nothing but artillery, rather than adding it to the supply wagon. But putting it on the supply train I think will be a little more efficient. Well, let's just do 10. We'll do 10. Okay, now we need to make a bunch of engines. Those are going to be here. Steel, gears, and pipes. I got gears here. Where am I making the pipes? We're making pipes up here. I'm also making gears up here. Alright. Let's see. Copy that. Are those facing the wrong direction? Oh, okay. No, it's just... It's an edge condition. Alright, so we'll have 6 machines making engines, because they're slow. And we'll have those go until we have 100 engines. Hang on a second. Aren't I making... I'm making electric... Okay. Yeah, I only have 1 machine making engines, so... I can probably just repurpose that one. Here, actually, I'll just pick it up just so I remember that I have the space there. Okay. Wonder how I'm doing on... Oh. Careful with those nuggets, Hydrogen. Hope you're okay. Let's see here. All right. Let me turn these turrets off. All right, so we can see now we've got a nice buffer around our base, thanks to the artillery. They've almost got all the shells that they wanted to have. Still waiting on a few. So I think we're in good shape there. Now we just have to figure out... We just have to figure out the rail system. And how we're going to get things in and out of these walls. Alright, so let's get ourselves a bit of rail here that we can start playing with. And we'll get some rail signals. I'm not going to bother setting the quantities yet. I just want some components on hand. And we'll optimize quantities later on. Nah, I better stay out here. Okay, super. Let's get rid of the cliffs. In fact, let's get rid of all the cliffs in the base. Yeah, my wall doesn't depend on cliffs anymore for defense, so I'm just going to take out all the cliffs inside the factory. And I think the other thing that would be nice would be if the entire factory were covered by bot coverage. For the purpose of construction and deconstruction. But I think I'll do that later. Yeah, I think it's not really going to be necessary, to be honest, because once we get into the end game, TW Chancellor, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Once we get to the end game, everything's going to go in a single building anyway, so it's not like we're going to be occupying a big area. Okay, so I think down here I need to visit personally. Let's gather up some cliff explosives for our own use. And then I can go manually take out the cliffs that are not already within construction range, which I think are going to be the ones down here. And there might be a few more in the middle of the base. This coffee became cold a long time ago. I don't mind too much, though. Alright. Where else do we have cliffs? Unexploded cliffs are over there. Okay, any others? Yeah, a little bit to the north. Oh, and this is old ammunition that we don't need anymore. We can take all that out. I'll get this piece here. And then I'll turn my bots off so that the base bots do the rest. Alright, yeah, at some point I should clean up all that belt, but it's not a priority of mine at the moment. Okay, so let's try to work out some basics on a train setup. Now what I want to do is I want to start by setting up my the stations that are going to be bringing stuff here to the base from outside, because eventually these patches will be used up and all of our resources will have to come from outside the walls that we currently possess. So I think that this area here would be a good place to set up some distribution. We just have to decide how big we want the trains to be. LJack, I think I do have a blueprint. Maybe I don't. I used to. I may have deleted it. I've got some grid-based blueprints. Nude. What is that? I don't remember where I got this. Well, I got this one from Volterro, but I don't remember why I got it. I think it was for the nuclear reactor setups. Let's see. Yeah, no, I don't have a good rail blueprint book at the moment. I think I used to have one there. That is now gone. Might be inside another game of mine somewhere. If you guys have... Hey, Molybdene. If you guys have a recommendation for prints, I'm open to suggestions. To be honest, I've often just ended up building my own blueprints in every single game, which is not really that efficient, but it's also somewhat... I know that some viewers appreciate seeing the design happen rather than just me coming in with a blueprint book that's got everything that I need already designed. All these lamps are there because at one time I had another wall with a bunch of turrets and stuff, and so those were natural locations for lights along the wall. And then I built this new wall around the base, and I deleted the old wall, but I left the lights and the power poles. Yeah, it's actually not my design. I had a link earlier. Let me pull it up again. It's one that I saw on Reddit. So if you're interested in the wall design, check that out. It's from Damisum, or Damisum. I don't know how you want to pronounce that, but he's the one that came up with this. I just borrowed it. But yeah, it's a great wall design. It works extremely well. And it doesn't require a lot of resources. Very few turrets and a lot of walls, which are cheap and easy to make. and it works better than my old wall did, which had a gazillion turrets and was consuming lots of ammo. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you're doing real world and expansion is turned off, you can stay ahead of it. Yeah. I like a wall anyway, just because I don't like to have to deal with it all the time. Even if I'm doing real world. Yeah, so grid. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do a grid. I mean, I guess we could do a grid. Since I have max settings on all the resources, everything is pretty close together, so a grid would probably work. Let's take a look. Now for that, I do have a blueprint book for a grid design, right, which looks like this. I could use that. I used this for another mega base that I built back in the day. So yeah, we could just set up a grid outside. That would make it easy to determine where we need to place walls. Of course, then if I do a grid, then I'm going to be pretty much committed to building walls around the entire outside of the base. Rather than just local walls around the resource patches, but it seems... Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, so make it so you can tile the blueprints. Yeah, I agree with you there. I definitely will do that to make it easier to place things. But now that I think about it, even just having a grid-based rail system makes a lot of sense because, you know, like I said, because the resource patches are all close together. I can put in, like here, for example, I could put a grid here, and I can export stone, copper, and uranium all from the same grid cell. And then we put another one up here, and we can get iron, copper, stone. Mega base in a book. Yeah. I'm not going to use any of Nilaus's blueprints. Hate to say it, but I have nothing against Nilaus. I think that would just make it too easy. In fact, out of all the YouTubers that I've watched playing Factorio, Nilaus is probably the one that I've watched the most. Because most of the time I like his designs. Yeah, and it's more fun to do your own. But I think using this grid is a good idea. So I'm going to do that. Before I screw things up, though, I'm going to export the blueprint book from my library and import it so that I have a copy of it. And we'll stick it there on my taskbar. And that way, if I accidentally delete it or something, I'm not gonna lose it. I'll still have a copy in the library. Could you fit the wall inside the grid? You could probably put it inside the grid. Yeah, although I'd rather have it outside the grid just so the trains are protected too. Man, Streamlabs is earning its money this morning, isn't it? Ruh-roh. Somebody said a bad word. Alright. I'm just kind of wasting time right now. Let's get back to work. Alright. So, what do we think on train sizes? Now, I said... I didn't see it. I only see that... there's probably a view. Hey, Lunesta, how do you see... Maybe you can just tell me on Discord or something how you see what got taken out. Yeah, Shaggy, sometimes Nilaus puts restrictions on himself that I think don't really help. I do like the disciplined way that he develops a design and then he sticks to it, right? I think that's really good. But yeah, sometimes I think he kind of enslaves himself. Yeah, the sacred path and all that stuff. Yeah, sometimes it's... But I mean, that's his style. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's quite helpful in many cases. For me personally, I don't often force myself to stick to rules that I set. If I see, if I have a valid reason to violate my design standards. But there's certainly value in doing it the way that he does it. So, like I said, I really have nothing but good things to say about Nilaus. I found that some of his tutorials sometimes were a little hard to understand, missing a few steps, but I think he's done wonderful things for the game, and so we should all be grateful for that. He's a lot of what he's done has made the game a lot more popular than it would be otherwise. Okay, yeah. So I think we'll do grid. We'll do grid on the rails. Now, we talked about big trains, so let's define what big train means. And let's figure out how big we want to make them. Okay, this is temporary, all right? Yeah, and of course, I go right into the pipes. That's the other thing. I'm going to have to get all these pipes out of the way at some point. Okay. Now, in the past, when I've done quote-unquote big trains, they have been 8 wagons long. So if I want to talk about big trains now, I think it needs to be bigger than what I've done before. So that being said, I think we want to do 16 wagons. That's a big train. So let's request some more of these. All right, let's not be dopey. Let's get 16. If one train is going to have 16 wagons, let's request 16 wagons. Well, minus the 5 that I already put down, yeah. Alright, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright, so that's a big train. And let's compare that to the size of a grid. Okay, so this actually, it's a pretty good scale. I think a 16 wagon train will work pretty well with the grid. Right, it's It's big, but it's still small enough to easily fit within on one side of the grid, right? $9.36. Yeah, changing your train design in the middle of a game is a big... I mean, that's a lot of work. Oh, thanks, Lanesta. That's nice of you to say. I'm glad they were helpful. I know I've said this before, but that's the way that I got started doing videos is exactly because of... It was because of the fact that I wasn't working at the time. I had been laid off, and I ultimately ended up being without a job for about 6 months, right? While I looked for a new one. So I had I had a lot of time on my hands, and I was playing a lot of Factorio, and I was having trouble. I was looking for tutorials online. At that time, there was a guy called Negative Root. I don't know if he's still making videos anymore. But his were the best that I found at that time. But there were still, like, I was trying to follow along, and there were, he was skipping over stuff that I didn't quite understand, and I was getting frustrated. So that's how I got started. Once I learned the game, I was like, I want to make some tutorials that I wish that I had when I was trying to play. And that's where it all started. Okay, so on the front, I want to have... That's 16 wagons. I think I want an odd... Do I want an odd number of wagons? Or do I want an... I think an advantage of having an odd train length is that you can... you can align wagons on trains that are going in opposite directions. Oh, hang on, let me try that again. I want to include the trains. There we go. So here I've got 16 wagons and 3 locomotives. That's not enough locomotives, by the way, but if you wanted to, say, transfer from one train to another, like say maybe you're doing some smelting, like you're just loading smelters directly from the train and then unloading plates into another one. If you have an odd number of, if your total trade length has an odd number of wagons and locomotives, you can have them be aligned that way. Whereas if I were going to do an even number, so here this is a total length of 20. If you do an even number, you can't do it. See how you can't do it? All right, never mind. I had the idea in my head that you couldn't do that, but maybe that's been changed or fixed or something. It used to be like that. Okay. Yeah, so let's check. I'm going to take a look at Factorio cheat sheet. And let's look at trains. Because I want to see what would be a good number of locomotives to have. Okay. Yeah, so there's... If you look at the vehicle fuel bonus section in the Factorio cheat sheet, oh, okay. It could be on the vertical, yeah. I suppose we should test it that way too, right? All right, so let me turn my bots off. I don't want this to actually get built. Okay, yeah, you're right. You can do it horizontally, but not vertically. And actually turn the bots on instead of off. Yeah, so horizontally it works, vertically it doesn't work. Which is a little maddening, to be quite honest, but that's the way it is. Okay. So if you look at that section of Factorio cheat sheet, and you look at the max speed per fuel type and number of wagons for a single locomotive. So we're going to be using, eventually we'll be using rocket fuel for the trains. And we can see that we can reach, with rocket fuel, we can reach max speed with up to 7 wagons on a train. But that doesn't cover acceleration. It's going to accelerate slowly, even though we can get up to max speed. So the more locomotives you have, the better. If I do 1 to 2, we could do 8 locomotives and 16 wagons. That would be pretty fast. We could do 4 on the front and 4 on the back. Like that. I don't know. All right, let's try it. Okay, so we'll put that there. And then let's put a horizontal section. Pardon me. And flip it. Yeah, it still doesn't work. Oh, yeah, it does work. Dude, you're a genius. Well done, sir. Okay, so that problem is solved. We don't have to worry about whether it's an odd or even number anymore. All right, so what do you guys think? 4 in front and 4 in back, or 8 in front? It's going to be a one-way train. Any thoughts on that? You guys okay with the 8 to 16 ratio? Or you think I should use fewer engines? I think having high acceleration on the trains does a lot to minimize traffic. Because the trains get out of each other's way more quickly. The accelerating faster also means that they decelerate. I think it means that they decelerate more quickly too. Although I'm not certain about that. Front and back, shorter depot lengths. No, it doesn't make any difference really in the overall length of the train or anything else. No, yeah, it doesn't really make much difference, to be honest. But here's the thing. Having a big train means that it's going to take longer to fill the train and longer to empty the train. And no, they're all facing the same direction. Okay. There's going to be less traffic with big trains because they'll take longer to fill and they'll take longer to empty. And they're going to accelerate fast so that when they need to move, they're going to move. They're going to go to where they want to be, and then they're going to sit there and wait for all that stuff to unload. So it'll help minimize traffic by having big, fast trains. The trains they'll spend more time just sitting there loading and unloading than they would, like the proportion of the time spent traveling versus the time spent loading and unloading is going to be much smaller with big fast trains than it would be with multiple smaller trains. All right. Okay, so if there's no objection, I think we'll go with 4:16:4 like we see here. The other thing we could do is we could do like 2:8:4:8:2, right? And have 8 wagons and then break it in the middle and put some locomotives in the middle so that each train would essentially have 2 separate sections of 8. But that can sometimes help because in my mind, the biggest practical belt balancer is going to be 8 lanes in and 8 lanes out. I know there's 16 to 16 balancers out there, but they're quite huge. The other thing to consider is that my largest building only has 32 inputs anyway. So there's that. So ultimately, we're going to be limited by the number of belts that we can feed into these buildings. So 32 blue belts in, or it'll actually be less because we need to get fluids in as well. So this, even if half of the belts going in were iron, like this, we would just need 1 train for iron, assuming we can move them fast enough. Actually, emptying a wagon to a blue belt doesn't take very long, so we would probably need multiple trains to keep that running, but we're not going to need that many. All right, so I think we'll do this. We'll do 4:16:4. That'll be our train size. And we will use the grids from Alexi. If you're curious about that, if you've seen my 2500 SPM Megabase series, that's where I use this grid extensively. It works pretty well. All right, so that's it. That's it for me today. Thank you all for watching the stream. Appreciate all your feedback and support. Working from the building backwards. Yeah. Well, and Zinc 5, that's kind of what I'm thinking here is that, the unloading station that I build here, I want to build with keeping in mind the fact that we're going to have this all eventually feeding a single building. So when we design, multiple unloading stations for all the different resources, 5 resources really. We're going to have coal, copper, stone, iron, and oil, plus a little bit of uranium. So maybe that's 5, 6. That's 6 resources. Right, so we'll have 6 different things coming in and nothing going out. because everything is going to be done in a single building. The product of that building is going to be science, or the product is going to be research, right? So nothing is going to come out of it. Assuming that we can launch rockets from inside the building, and I'm not sure that we can do that. So we might have to send rocket parts outside of the building. I'll have to check into that. Rocket parts and satellites. You can launch from inside the building? Okay, good. Yeah, so nothing, there won't be anything coming out of it. All right, let's see here. I'm checking to see if I can do a raid to drop you guys off with somebody. I see Anti-Elites is doing multiplayer world record attempts on speedruns. Colonel Will is playing Factorio. Huffnix is playing Factorio. I think I'll leave you guys with Anti-Elites, okay? So I'm going to set that up. We'll be using belts, Zinc 5. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you all next time. Take care.